Well, thank you so much, Finn, for taking the time to talk with me today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course, I'd love to know what was your reaction when they're like, "Hey, do you want to be a voice in Paw Patrol?" which is huge.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was doing auditions and an audition came along that was for Ryder in the movie. So I did my first audition. It was just a couple things about myself. So I submitted that. Then I got another audition back that was a couple scenes. So I read that. Then a little while later, I got my third audition, which was in studio. So that was really neat. I got to meet the director, the writer, all those people, and it was a couple more scenes. And I read that. I went home not thinking much of it, and I was at school a couple of weeks later, and my dad texted me and he said, "Come outside right now." So I came outside. I was a bit worried, and I got in the car. And once I was in the car, both my parents were there, and my mom turned to me and she said, "Hello, Ryder." And it was so crazy. Instantly I realized I was Ryder.
Oh, that's so amazing. That must have been such a great feeling. Like,
Yeah, it was crazy.
that's so cool. And what a process. Like, how long was that process of auditions and stuff?
I think I got my first audition in October and I got the part by early December.
Oh, so it's
So,
not awful, at least. It's not like you had to
yeah.
wait like 6 months to hear anything.
Yeah.
So, had you watched Paw Patrol before? Did you kind of go back and dive into it?
Yeah, so my brother was the perfect age for watching Paw Patrol when it first came out. So I would always watch it with him. And I never thought that I would end up playing Ryder in the movie. So everything's like come full circle. Like when I first got the part, I had to go back and watch some of the show and watch the first movie. And it was crazy. It was like it felt like a nostalgia trip.
What did your brother think? He's gonna think you're pretty cool.
I mean, he's older now, so he's not a big Paw Patrol fan, but he still thinks it's pretty cool.
It is cool. And then what's really cool about this movie is you not only get to be Ryder, you kind of get to be like a superhero, which is a lot of
Yeah.
fun. What was that like?
Well, it was really neat. I didn't even like I was so surprised by all these new things they're bringing to the movie. It's completely different from the first movie, which was really cool. It's a nice blend of genres. Like it appeals to adults too. Like as a teenager, I actually really enjoyed watching the movie because it's exciting. Yeah.
What was it like when you first saw the design of Ryder in like his super suit kind of?
Well, I didn't get to see the designs up until my last voice recording
Oh,
because
wow.
they hadn't done any of the animation up until that point. So I was kind of imagining everything in my head, and it was weird. It was crazy when I saw this like bare bones animation, and it was neat seeing all these things come together over this course of like 6, 7 months.
Did you get to record with any of the other voices or were you completely by yourself?
No, because I'm in Calgary. I was pretty much isolated from everyone else. I recorded by myself, but I got to meet the director and the writers like on a conference Zoom call.
Hmm. It's so funny. It's everything's so over Zoom now. It's crazy. It's like we figured out how to do it.
Yeah.
Did you get to meet all the voices yet? Like, was there a premiere or anything where you got to meet everybody?
Well, because of the writers and actors strike in the States,
Oh,
there wasn't any of the big names at the Canadian premiere, but I got to meet a lot of the Canadian actors, which was really neat because I hadn't even met any of these people that are like with me in the movie up until the premiere.
that's so funny. One of the things I love so much about this movie in particular is like it's got that kind of like underdog, like you might be little, but you still have, what it takes. And I think it's a really good message for kids, especially younger kids. But what do you hope that kids kind of take away from this movie?
I think No Job's Too Big, No Pup's Too Small is really important in this movie. It really focuses on Sky, who's the smallest pup uh, on the team, and she's been feeling down because she's the smallest. But it really shows that you can do anything, no matter where you're from, your size, no matter who you are.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, so I saw the movie with my kids who are 10 and 12, who loved Paw Patrol, and then we're like, okay, well, I do want to see the movie, even though I feel like I'm too old for Paw Patrol, right?
Yeah.
And kind of like what you said, when you're older, you can still enjoy it. But when you delivered that line about to Sky, like you're the reason I say that, they both started sobbing. So, like, great job. That line is so perfect, and you did such a good job with it.
Yeah, thank you. It was crazy seeing all this work I had done on the big screen like after so long. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's got to be cool to just like hear yourself and be like, this is me talking.
Yeah.
But like, how did you find your voice of Ryder? Is it kind of like just your voice, or did you put a little twist on it?
Well, it was my voice at the time, just changed up a teeny bit. Like, I mean, my voice changed right after I finished recording. So it worked out pretty well. But Yeah, it was mostly my voice at the time, but there were little intonations I'd have to change here and there.
Awesome. And then is there any pup that you feel like you relate to the most out of all the pups?
Um, I really like Sky because I have a cockapoo at home, so
Oh,
it's I really like Sky. Yeah,
oh, that's great. It's just like your own little puppy on the screen with you, kind of.
yeah,
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Congratulations. Like I said, the movie was so much fun. The whole family loved it. And hopefully we get to see more from you soon.
yeah. Thank you so much.
Thanks.